Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. It's economics for class 11th. I am Abdurrahim from Boys Higher Secondary School, Tarpura. Dear students, as we have completed the previous chapter, that is new economic policy since 1991, and today we are going to start the new topic, new chapter, that is poverty, which is common and easy to understand as practically we face or observe it in our daily life. Now, first of all, I will make the definition or the meaning of the poverty. What is meant by the poverty? Poverty implies inability to get minimum consumption requirements for life, health, and efficiency. In the minimum requirements, when an individual gets for his life, health, and efficiency, that we can say it is poverty. Now, what are the different types of poverty? Now, first is absolute poverty. What is meant by absolute poverty? In India, the concept of poverty line is used as a measure of absolute poverty. Poverty line refers to the cut-off point, that is cut-off point in terms of per capita expenditure, that divides people of a region as poor and non-poor. In India, persons who spend rupees 816 on consumption in rural areas and rupees 1000 in urban areas per month are treated as those below the poverty line. And number two is relative poverty. What is meant by relative? It refers to the poverty in relation to different classes, regions, or countries. The country or class of people whose level of subsistence is low is treated as poor or relatively poor in comparison to the country or class of people having high level of subsistence. According to the report published by UNO, those countries are considered relatively poor where per capita income is less than $1 per day. And number three is heavy. Number three is poverty line. What is meant by poverty line? Poverty line poverty line is a measure where from the individuals who get the income lower than poverty line are called poor, or we can say poverty, and above that line, those are those which are excluded from the poor generation. Now, what are the causes of poverty? What are the number one is low level of national products. When in countries where there is low level of national product, and the production which is produced in a country which is low, that is the first cause of poverty. And number two is low rate of growth, where the growth rate of production, the growth rate is very low in those countries. The people of those countries are called poor, and that is another cause of poverty. Number three is heavy pressure of population. When you see the resources, land resource as well as the other resources, they are limited, and the population is increasing day by day. When there is a pressure on a population on those resources, that is the another cause of poverty, because the per capita income of those countries is low. While here in India, the population is more, the highest population following by China. So the resources and other amenity, other things are same, and the population is increasing day by day, so that huge population increase in huge population in country is also one of the cause of poverty. And another cause is inflationary pressure. When there is more demand than the supply, it means when the production growth is low, that means in the countries where the population is increasing, where there is huge population, the demand for the goods increases day by day. Due to that increase in demand, we can say that the pressure of inflationary, there is increase in the price of the commodities, so that the poor people are not able to buy anything. Number fifth is chronic unemployment and unemployment. Here we see in India there is chronic there is chronic uh, chronic unemployment and underemployment. That means the unemployment and underemployment are two words. Unemployment directly, who do not who do not are involved with any work or task, who do not do anything, that we can say unemployment. And underemployment, who are doing something, but what they get for that, that is not sufficient for those people, for those individuals. So we can say those are enlisted in the underdevelopment. Number fifth is capital deficiency. Here, the capital is not so that we can invest that capital. The capital is not in a ratio with which we can invest and produce the goods, the requirements of the people, so that the demand and supply can be make equal. So with that, there can be this this stabilize this inflation, the price of the commodity. Productivity. And seventh is here, the seventh is paucity of able and efficient enterprise. Paucity means in Urdu we can say it is kami. Kami, paucity of able and efficient enterprises. In the initial stages of industrial development of a country, there is a need for efficient and skilled entrepreneurs possessing initiative, imagination, and risk taking ability. Unfortunately, there is a great shortage of such entrepreneurs in India. Consequently, production activity has remained at a very low level. Low level of production implies low level of employment and high level of poverty. And number eight is outdated social institutions. Outdated social institutions. The social structure of our country is full of outdated traditions and institutions like caste system, joint family system, laws of inheritance and succession etc. All these obstruct dynamic change in the economy. Growth rate is hampered and poverty is the net consequence. And next is lack of infrastructure, lack of energy, transport, and communication, the vital components of the economic infrastructure, as well as education, health, and housing services. The principal components of social infrastructure are in a very bad shape. These are as the foundation of any program of growth and development. But unfortunately, the foundation is settled and it is in infant stage despite more than 64 years of planning. Slow multiplication of growth trends and persistence of poverty are the obvious constants. Now, what are the measures to remove poverty? Measures to remove poverty in India are placed in four categories as speeding up of pace of growth economic, reducing inequality of the income, reduction of growth rate of population, and other measures. Speeding up the pace of economic growth. Speeding up the space of economic is an ultimate solution to the problem of poverty in India. When the space of growth increase, more workers will be employed in farms and factories. Greater the employment, lesser the poverty. And number two here is reduction inequality of income. Along with a high rate of economic growth, equal distribution of income is also necessary to remove poverty. If, as a result of economic growth, increased income gets concentrated with the rich class, the gulf between the rich and the poor may further widen. Reduction in equality of income can be brought about the taking of the following measures. Poor laborers, especially agricultural laborers and laborers in the unorganized sector, should be given wages according to their productivity. Minimum amount of indirect taxes be imposed on wage goods like food, coarse cloth, etc. Provision should be made in the plants of producing wage goods and large scale. Poor families should be given free education and health facilities necessary supplyable to the poor people at fair price shop. And next is reduction in growth rate. Reduction in growth rate. To remove poverty, it is very essential that growth rate of population may be checked. In an experience shows that increase in national income the considerably offset by increase in population. Accordingly, a per capita income, national income, oblique population continues to remain low. Shakeless of poverty can be broken only if increase in population is checked so that increase in national income is reflected to increase in per capita income. And next is that is development of agriculture. Development of agriculture. Dr. Minhas is one of the opinion that to remove poverty, special efforts should be made to develop agriculture. Agriculture should be mechanized and modernized. Better seeds, means of irrigation, chemical and composite fertilizers should be used. Small farmers should be given proper financial assistance. Landless farmers should be given land. All this would reduce or remove poverty at the roots level. Next is stability in the price level. Stability in the price level. Price stability is an essential prerequisite of poverty alleviation. If the price continues to rise, the standard of living of poor people continues to deteriorate. Prices can be stabilized when production of food grains and other goods of mass consumption is increased, and when goods of mass consumption and distributed to the poor through fair price shops. Next is eradication of unemployment. Special measures should be taken to eradicate unemployment and disguised unemployment. If poverty is to be removed, opportunities of employment in rural areas must be fully explored. Particularly, cottage industries and construction activities should be encouraged in rural areas. To reduce educated unemployment, vocationalization of education is a need of the hour. Change in technique of production. Next, change in technique of production. Dr. Gunnar Mardial is one of the opinion that India should adopt labor-intensive technique of production. Its adaptation will increase the level of employment and eradicate poverty. And next is provision for minimum needs. Provision for minimum needs. Provision for minimum needs of the poor. Government should take appropriate measures to meet minimum needs of the poor, such as supply of drinking water, provision of primary health centers, primary education, etc. Public sector should earmark more and more funds for the purpose. And next is special focus on backward regions. Special focus on backward regions. Some regions in India like Orissa, Nagaland, UP, and Bihar are extremely backward, harboring immense poverty. Government should offer special concessions and facilities to these regions so as to encourage private investment. And last is opportunities for self-employment. Opportunities for self-employment. Opportunities for self-employment should be further explored. More and more industrial training institutions, ITIS, should be opened to import industrial and entrepreneurial education. Also, loans should be offered through banking and other financial institutions at low rate of interest for the setting up of small enterprises as means of self-employment. Dear students, I think that this poverty topic, where we have discussed what is meant by the poverty and what are the causes of poverty and what are the remedies removal of poverty. I hope that you have now it is I hope that it is clear to you, and for next lecture I will come with next chapter inshallah tomorrow.